Good morning, people. Today's walk is going to be the Skiddaw Group. We're actually camping just up the road from here, so early start today, just gone 5:30. As you can see behind me in the background, the moon's still up. Take Wainwright around 12 mile, and apparently it's 8 to 10 hours, but I think we could do it a lot quicker than that. And today's going to be a scorcher. That's the reason we've come so early. It's actually a good job of staying up the road because we've literally just got here in 30 minutes. Gonna try and beat the sun. We're hoping to be on Skiddaw for maybe before 9-10 o'clock, before the heat starts, because they're saying it's going to be 22 degrees up there, which ain't good in the mountains. But look at them views, crazy views them. Clear. Cold air horseshoe over there, absolutely amazing. Gonna be a good one. The sun's just starting to rise and you can feel the heat already. It's starting to warm right up. We're about 25 minutes into it. We're just going up to the first Wainwright, which is called Dodd. And it's a lot of, as you can see, ferns. But that heat's coming, man. Just hoping.
A race against time.
Yeah, we're literally racing to get up here. Tell you what, that forest is sketchy, man. Near took my eyes out about 50 times. So dark in there because the forest is dense. Couldn't even see the path. I was just veering in between trees. That was safe. Oh my God, these views. What? Dodd, 502 metres, first one of the day. Oh, look at this, mate. What's going on here? Fantastic, that. In memory of Ian and John. Good stuff. How good's this, people? What a day for it. See everything, man. You can even see mountains in the distance over there. Jesus. Cold air horseshoe looks absolutely sick. See Skiddaw Pike here, belter. Pat flying right up to. Tell you what, mate, this is one of the best Wainwrights I've been on so far. It's up there, mate. I'd hang about it if I weren't racing the sun. It's just coming over the mountain there. It's still a bit cool, but it's not going to be in a minute. But needs must, so on to the next one. That looks mad. I didn't look real. Sick, mate. at this nice view here. Sweet. Wow. And our path is right in front of us there. You can just see it sweeping up. This is a leg burner going up this now. Really out of breath. We're lucky we're shaded by the mountain at the moment and not in the sun. You can see how clear it's gone over there when it's risen. Tough. So this is where we came from this morning, up the path there, and there's Dodd. The next two Wainwrights are in the 700, so we've got a good bit of ascent still to go. We're currently up about 700 metres, not far off the next Wainwright, and the next two are next to each other, which is good. And then Skiddaw over there. Actually looks straightforward, these paths. You can see where we're going to go in a bit. Bit of a windy scree path, but nothing major. Looks quite good, to be fair. Bell to walk this. There it is. Just over the hill. Little fella, and there's our next one over that way. Carlsard, 746 metres. Second one of the day. What can I say around here? It's the belter, mate. Tell you what, that was a bit tough coming up, especially in the warmth, but here's what it is. You can't beat them views though, can you? Unbelievable, Jeff. And then our next one's just over here. We've got to shoot over there and return back here before going up to Skiddaw. Over in one of those paths there. Nice and straightforward this, mate. And fucking, it's just the views are ridiculous.
Proper cute. Oh, gorgeous faces. Just been shaved.
Longside, 734 metres. Didn't realise this one was here till I just looked in the GPS, but yeah, there's two Wainwrights right next to each other. The next one's just over that ridge there. As I said before, you've got to go over there and come back on yourself, and then up to Skiddaw. Should knock the next one off in about 10-15. You see how big Skiddaw is now. Good stuff. Ullock Pike, 692 metres. As you can see where we've just come from, we've descended a touch. Not a major. Not the best cairn in the world. But again, fantastic views. Seen a lot of people coming up this way. There's a path here. A lot of people going up to Skiddaw. Still only early as well, about 8:30. So we've been walking for nearly 3 hours at this point. It says we've got about 8 miles left. I think we should be on Skiddaw summit within the next maybe hour. From Carlside we've got about 200 metres of ascent, so it's not too bad. I checked the elevation profile this morning and it says a lot of this walk is just downhill from Skiddaw to the last few Wainwright, so that's a bonus. So we're just reaching the 2 paths, as you can see, one to the right and one to the left. We're taking the left one. Fairly steep section this, up to the last bit. See where we come from over there, but this is a bit of a blower, mate. See a fella's been walking it for a while. There's a bit on it, looks a bit vertical, but just probably from this perspective it looks worse than it is. It's just tiring, man. But we continue. Oh, it's so nice to get out that sun. Being shaded for the last 10 minutes, but we'll soon be back in it in a minute when we get to the summit. Bit of advice for this section as well. Could be worth bringing sticks. Quite slippy because the path's eroded. A little more left. You can just see the summit coming into view there. That path's a slow burner. Not gonna lie, tough, but we're just about to make it, and then it's all downhill from here. Some views, wow. Ah, you can go off that side. Right. Yeah, mate. I did think you just built one onto it. Or two. Skiddaw, 931 metres. So you've got a couple of cairns here. I reckon that's the original one. And got this fella, that looks like it's being built. Bit of information on it. Actually surprised there's only a couple of people up here. What a place, mate, what a view. You can see why this is so popular, and it's nice and easy, mate. You can't even make this up, mate. Little summit shelter there, belter. Ridiculous. We're off them ways in a bit. Just gonna have some food now, take a little rest and mind the view. Probably have like 20 minutes. Too good to not sit here for a bit. Buzzing. What a naughty spot for lunch. On a fine Saturday morning.
For lunch at 9 AM.
9 AM lunch. This is the best thing about coming early. Later on today this will be booming, mate. I'm surprised no one here. There's a fella coming now, but 2 people. I can imagine this is going to be mad later. Views are mad. On to the next one, Skiddaw Little Man. Doesn't look too far away on the GPS. Just across the way over there. Fair play, riding up on a bike. That's class. Skiddaw Little Man, 865 metres. We dropped off Skiddaw here in the background and then had to come up a bit. It's starting to get really hot, man. Starting to feel the tiredness. It looks as if we're going to be dropping a lot now to the last 2 Wainwrights. 6 done, 2 left. Pretty sure in the Wainwright book it says this is another cairn here. Tell you what, one of those straightforward walks, this as well, brilliant. Nice and easy, people. I've just read in the Wainwright book that the next one here is called Lesser Man. It's not actually a Wainwright, but he just mentioned the cairn. That's class, isn't it? That's sick. Tell you what, I don't know why that's not a Wainwright, that's absolutely class. Just something different, innit? Lesser Man, quality. It's the bonus one anyway, and look at the view. What a place. The heat's starting to get quite uncomfortable now, really hot. I wouldn't have liked to have started that walk later on in the day. Like the difference between now and this morning. Honestly, covered in sweat and just slowed down, but this is our last big one of the day, 715, and then basically down to the last one, which is only around 300 and something. Lonscale Fell, 715 metres. I was tough in the heat. Just come across like grassy lands here. Not the best path in the world, but we're here. Got some fantastic views there, the Skiddaw, and you've got Glencaster in the background there. Looking absolutely unreal.
How villain is this? Over there.
Boss, mate. We've been out just on 5 hours and done near on 9 miles, so doing good for time, and especially in this weather. En route to the last one now, Latrigg. Last one of the day. I'm hoping it doesn't burn too much energy. I can't wait to get back to the camp and have a swim and a beer. Oh, we're laughing at all these sheep. I don't know if you can see. Around there. They're all in the shade, hiding. That's how hot it's starting to get. Clever sheep, them ones. There's a train of people going up this path. Everyone looks demoralised already and they don't know how long they've got to get up there. Got another 600 metres. A lot of them weren't carrying equipment like water and that, so God knows what they're going to be like up there.
Ow.
So it looks like the last one, Latrigg, just beyond where the cars are parked. On a hill up here somewhere. Yeah, we've just noticed how actually high that path is where we've just seen everyone. Steep. Sometimes you can't get a perspective so you actually get down to the ground. Just looking at the route on a GPS, and the guy seems to have went left and circled up. But as you can see, you can go straight to the middle where there's people. Probably just take the quickest route up and the quickest route down. I'm not sure why he's went round, maybe something to look at, but just want to sum it and get back to the car. Starting to run out of drinks. Right, the fella.
Hello. Yeah. 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 Loud.
Come on. You'll be fine.
Loud, it's massive.
It's okay, it's only a cow. Last descent. We've decided to just take the most direct route. Just seeing on GPS, you can just walk straight up the grass. Seeing a few people going up here. Just want to get this finished. Latrigg, 368 metres. Nothing special that, like. Some views though. Yeah, to be fair, it's a nice easy one, isn't it? Belt of views. Could have took the easier path up.
Yeah.
So that's the last one, Latrigg. 8 Wainwright's done. But we're going to take the direct route back down. Just easier to get back the car, to be honest, for time. Getting to what, just need a drink now. Being about to walk this though. But a lot of people are circling round. You could see on the video the nice easy pattern. Can see why Latrigg's quite popular. Because you've got views of everywhere. But yeah, I've seen it all today, so direct route back to the road, and then I think we've got about maybe 20 minutes, half an hour back to the car. Yes. Right people, the Skiddaw Group, let's do it. So here is your first fella today, Dodd. And the parking for this one is around a place called Applewhite. And this is where I park, just past these cottages. Drop the guy in. So, just slightly past these cottages. So there's a house there. Here's a place called the Gill, and the guy who I followed the route off had parked here. So as you can see, you don't seem to be blocking anyone's access, and there's a little bridge here and a lamppost. I just parked literally next to the lamppost. If you can't park there and you want to park elsewhere, later on up the road, show you, around by this church, which you've seen me pass on the video. There's loads of lay-by here, as you can see. It's basically up to you where you want to park. You can park by the church. You've got to come back there later on anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Or you can just park where I park, but plenty of parking spaces, worst case scenario. So here's my actual track of the walk. As I said before, Applewhite. So yeah, started there. And yes, nice and straightforward to start. Straight up the road, and you're walking for about, I don't know, 20 minutes maybe. So you cut through a bit of a woodland at this point, around here, and cross a bit of a stream. And as you can see, with it being summer, there's a lot of fern, quite high, but the path's nice and defined, easy to get through. The path I was meant to go up was here, as you can see the green dots. I was looking at it, you couldn't really see it, and there's a bit of a road to get up the same place, so I just took the road here. Probably added no more time on really, as that area was quite overgrown. And then you've got to pass here from this road to that road through a forest, and it's very dense and dark, but just be careful, some of the branches will take your eyes out. I was ducking and diving between everything. It's a bit of a nightmare, and as you can probably see, I've veered everywhere just to get onto this other path. And then up to Dodd, it's like a bit of a road before you come up to a bit of a path. You're seeing on the video how good them views were. Easily one of the best Wainwrights I've been on. At the Boss Cairn, and the views around you, absolutely amazing. There's Dodd's summit, and I was looking toward this way, and I could see mountains, and that must have been maybe Scotland, I'm not sure, but that weather, man, was absolutely unreal. You could see everything. But yeah, that Dodd's a brilliant summit. And then you return back to the road and the forest basically, and you come down this little road and up to the next Wainwright, which was Carlside. Bit of a tough path going up there, a bit steep, not major, but gets you out of bed, as you can see, 502 metres, and you do drop quite a bit before going up to Carlside, which is 746, so you're ascending quite a bit. Yeah, not a major though, it was good, nice straightforward path again. You've got 3 Wainwrights very close to each other. You've got Carlside, Longside and Ullock Pike. And as I said in the video, you go up to Ullock Pike and you've got to return back to Carlside. The guy has routed return, but I just done a left just to mix it up a bit on your way up to Skiddaw. This area, nice and straightforward, just straight over. And big ones as well. Again, brilliant views around that area. Just do this walk on a clear day and you won't be disappointed. Before you make your way up to Skiddaw. And if you've seen in the video, I said there was 2 paths, one to the right and one to the left. The left path looked a lot better, but be warned, it is steep, very steep. It might be worth taking sticks if you struggle on anything steep. I don't use sticks personally, but they would come in handy at that section as it must get walked a lot, so it was quite smooth, the rock, and worn away. You know, we just took our time on the way up. Just bear that in mind. Skiddaw, what a fell. Easily one of the best in the lakes. Views of everything, just unreal, mate. You seen how made up it was in the video. I was absolutely buzzing to be up there. Just a boss fell. I can see why it's so popular now, Skiddaw. It was one of them ones I've been wanting to tick off for years and just never got round to it. What can I say? Brilliant. One of the top fells out there. And at 931 metres, one of the biggest in the lakes. Couldn't recommend it enough. Nice straightforward paths to the next Wainwright, which was Skiddaw Little Man. You do descend a bit off Skiddaw and you come back up. Can't really go wrong. And then you make your way off Little Man towards Lonscale. We've seen a lot of people heading up from this parking up to Skiddaw via these paths here. And from around this area, gets a bit grassy up to Lonscale. But it's worn in enough so you can see where you're going. You've got to go back up a bit, but not major. We were just quite tired because of the weather. I think that was one of the hottest days in the UK ever that day. Didn't really rate that one, but again, views, you can see Blencathra and everything in the background. And then you head off. You drop off a lot down the main path to Skiddaw, about 400 metres to a car park. And we've seen loads of people parked there, heading up to Skiddaw as we were coming down. I mentioned in the video, seen a lot of people walking up and they weren't even equipped. We've seen people without water, and it was starting to get really hot that part of the day. And I was surprised, and even people never had bags with them or anything. I think you just got to know your limitations, but even if you're overkill drinks in that type of weather, it's always worth it. And then yeah, on to the last one, which was Latrigg. And as I mentioned in the video, so the guy who I was following the route, he come to the car park and he went left around up to the summit. But I could see a couple of direct routes straight up, here and here. So I just took the most direct route, to be honest. I can see why Latrigg's popular. I read that it was a very popular fell and the views around are amazing. And you know what, if you, say for instance you just wanted an easy walk, you could park here and just take a little walk up there and bag a Wainwright and get some fantastic views of the surrounding areas. For me, I just wanted to get up there and back. I just wanted to get to the car at that point. I was running out of drinks and I was a bit tired, and obviously I'd seen everything in the day, all the best views, so I wasn't too bothered about at that point. But yeah, straight up, and then we were talking and missed the path and just went a bit off. We ended up making our way down, but still a good fell, interesting. Just at that time of the day I wasn't too bothered, and then we had about a 30-minute walk back to the car here. There's not a lot I can say about this walk because it's so straightforward. You know, you can't really go wrong, and one of the best walks for me personally. I know I got it on a good day as well, but I do like the straightforward walk sometimes because some of the other Wainwright bagging routes, you're always checking a GPS, but this was super easy and I couldn't recommend it enough, to be honest. Here's the 36 Walks website, the Wainwright bagging website. He'd said 8 to 9 hours and 1400 metres basically. So here's my stats for the day. Ends up being 12.5 miles and it only took me 6 hours and 32 minutes. We were camping up the road with some family, so it was ideal for us to get up there early. So we set off at 5:20. We were only staying about 25 minutes away drive, so it was ideal. And then we ended up finishing at 11:52, 6 hours and 32 minutes though. And here's a few pictures from the walk that I've uploaded. Some cool pictures. But yeah, depending on how quick you are, I think 8 to 9 hours on the Wainwright 36 Walks website was a bit of an overestimation, but depending on your ability, not a major, mate. And 12 miles is not a lot, even the ascent 1400 metres. It's just straightforward, to be honest. I've got no negative points on this walk. It's just a boss day, mate, and easily one of the best walks I've done. If you're looking for a really good walk, this is one of the best Wainwright bagging walks, and most people will be capable of doing that. As always, people, everything could be linked in the description, and I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy.